Now it's been said that big girls, they don't cry, but they sure lie. Look you in your eyes, saying you're the only. You and I till the day we die. Said you never leave me lonely. Fly tenderoni, but you phony. Should've listened when my mama told me. Soon as I turned my back, you tried to my homie. Man, you already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back. Y'all are gonna enjoy today's video. It's Friday, so I'm definitely gonna enjoy today's video. Cause y'all know what happens on Friday? Do you know what happens on Friday? It's Friday. That means it's time to get that money. Time to get my guys paid. Thank God. To my people in the front, thank God it's Friday. Gang banging. The pros and the cons. The gift and the curse. Ups and the downs. They say there's two sides to everything, right? Like a coin. There's two sides to everything. With this, there's so many different sides. There's so many different angles. So many different ways you can look at it. I'm an outsider looking in. I've been sold up with every type of gang you could think of when it comes to my state. If it exists in my state and it was a legit thing, oh, I've been in the cell with them. Getting cellmates is like playing musical chairs or duck, duck, goose. It's like non-stop rotating. Especially when you're at a place that's just chaotic, where everybody's running around doing this or doing that, or they're smoking on something, or always up to no good. People are in and out the hole non-stop. But today we're going to do the pros and the cons of being in a gang. There's got to be a good side to it, and there's got to be a bad side to it. And there 100% is a good side to it, or people wouldn't join. And there's a bad side to it, which would explain why a lot of people get out. That's what we're doing. Also, I dropped the video earlier introducing the date, setting the date for the podcast. I finished up my studio last night. Everything is in place. All the lights, microphones, cameras, monitors, backdrops, you name it, is there. And I finally got it the way I want it. It's comfortable. It's plush. Now with the podcast, a lot of this is going to be, at times, it's just going to be me. And then there's times it's going to be me and AZ. Me, AZ, and Banky. Me, AZ, and Banky, and whoever the guest is for the day. Or just me and Banky. Me and Banky and a guest. Any type of way you can flip it, think of it. That's how it's going to go down. But I look forward to doing this. I sit back and I grit my teeth at so many situations. Let's get this right, man. Let's get this understood. I am not subscribed to the streets. No, I'm not. I'm not subscribed to some gangster lifestyle no more. No, I'm not. I gave up my subscription when I left prison. I'm an everyday civilian on the outside looking in. And I got a lot to say. It's a whole bunch of foolery that goes on YouTube. These are the dudes, our future. This is what our future's based off of. Kids are supposed to watch this clown and follow him. This guy has the means to talk to the world, and this is what he chooses to say, and people support him. Oh no, I gotta get him. I've stayed quiet for too long. And like I said, that whole code of not speaking on people, let's be real. The street code has been gone. It's been gone. People want to act like it's not. It has been gone for the longest time. This ain't the same world we once lived in. This ain't the 80s, the 90s. People, everybody's principle. Same people hollering principles, the same people that ain't got no principles. So miss me with the whole street mentality. I know a whole lot of guys that got a street mentality that would give anything to give it back and come home and be sitting right where I'm at. And I'm sitting right where I'm at because I gave the streets up. My love for music has always been. I get a lot of criticism. You can't sing. I'm not trying to sing. I'm just having fun. I ain't get on here proclaiming to be able to sing. I get on here and I have fun. I open my videos up and I whatever I'm usually listening to is usually what I recite. I don't pick a song for the day. It's legitly whatever I had playing last on the radio, pause, record, and I pull a bar straight out of, so you know exactly what I was listening to when the video starts. But like I said, the muzzle is off. YouTube can censor us. Yes, they put all this stuff in play to make it to where we can't say what we want to say the way we want to say it, as far as profanity goes and being descriptive. That is meant to discourage us, to stop us, to try to clean it up. You can try to clean me up, but you can leave that garbage on here. And what are you going to say? Well, we won't monetize it. But you still leave it on there for people to watch. And you know why that is? Because either way, they get paid. The boss gets paid no matter what. Don't matter how many of the workers leave, YouTubers being the workers. No matter how many of us leave, Google ain't going nowhere. Google's getting money from every single corner of the world there is. Please believe. Pros and cons of gangbanging. Here we go again. Same old dog, just a different day. Here we go again. Man, you know how to seen it. You know how to lived it. So let's relive it. So like always, I got to do a disclaimer to keep people out their feelings, to let you know I'm not picking on you. I'm not picking on your gang or no gang. Video is not aimed at anybody. These people are so quick to, oh, he's talking about me. He's throwing subliminal shots. Hey, check this out. If I got something to say about you, you'll hear it. Otherwise, ain't no shots fired. I had to pick one specific organization and just have any random member from that organization be put in the cell with me. You're probably not going to believe the organization I would choose. Most likely would be MS-13. Not because I agree with anything that they do as far as criminal activity, no. But for this reason, and the guys I dealt with, and let's get this straight, there are more MS-13s when it comes to the whole Spanish, Hispanic type gangs. There are more MS-13s here than anything else. Not a whole lot of norteños or nothing like that, you know. It's mostly Sureños and so on. But with them dudes, they were always big on respect, huh? Really, really big on respect. And they looked after each other. When I mean they looked after each other, you weren't going to do nothing. Nothing. Let me repeat that and reiterate that. You ain't about to do nothing to one of their homeboys. And I had seen them dudes get away with saying some savage things out their mouth, with disrespecting men that would easily dismantle him physically. But here comes the problem. Oh, big boy knows that if he reaches over, grabs this little Spanish dude up, that's got that big old M&S splattered on the side of his head, inked all up, and he decides to do something to that man, he better hope he can get up out of here and get to them guards and get gone quicker than them guys across the room can make it over here. Because if they get to him before them guards do, oh, they're going to chop him down right where he stands. Timber, they going to cut you down. So when it comes to the loyalty, I guess that's why I would say I would choose to sell up with one of them over anybody. Their loyalty was impeccable. When I'm telling you they ride for theirs and they stand up for one another, that's an understatement. When I'm telling you you're not doing nothing to not a single one of them, that's an understatement. It is known what the repercussions are and what the consequences are going to be if you decide you want to pop, fly, jump out there and hurt one of them. That's one of the first perks, if you didn't pick up on this already, of being in a gang. Listen now, I told you it's two sides, everything. The protection side of it. I can't tell you how many guys I saw that were being beat up, that were being extorted, that were getting run down on, that were ducks, literally sitting ducks, just getting plucked apart every single day. Now, in some situations, I saw these guys go join the same organization that was extorting them, the same organization that was terrorizing them, they would go become a part of. And as soon as they did that, that's it. The days of being extorted, the days of being terrorized, the days of being harmed are over as far as that goes. Now, the downside to it, like I said, there's the protection aspect of it. Ain't nobody else going to be able to mess with you, especially if they know you're gang related, because they know that in messing with you, they've now got to answer to that gang. There are times where the gangs will agree if one of theirs is out of pocket that, you know what, y'all can shoot the one. It does happen. But then there's the downside to it, right? You get that protection. They'll keep you safe. Me and you get into it, you know what I can do to you. I know what I can do to you. But I look over there, and I instantly know what they're going to do to me. So it's going to make me think twice before I lash out at you. Here's what a lot of guys didn't expect when they signed up. They didn't realize all the rules that come with being a gang member or being in a gang, and how easily those rules are broken. And how when those rules are broken, you get violated. The same guys that'll keep you safe, them same guys that'll ride for you, that'll fight for you, that'll go to war for you, are now playing Papa. They're now playing Daddy to you. That same dude you sit, laugh, and joke with, that's looked at your family's photos, that knows you personally, inside and out, knows all about your crime and everything. That same guy, if told to, will attack you, mob down on you with a couple other dudes, beat you all the way up, break you up. Next. So the first one being the protection. You're going to definitely be protected. We got a saying in prison: if you're scared, join a gang. If you're scared, get a dog. Hey, I'm just the messenger, man. I just tell you what they say. But that's a saying: if you're scared, get a dog. You're scared, join a gang, right? You think that saying came from? Because a whole lot of scary dudes have been known to join gangs in the past for the protection. Next on my list, you can be a bum. The equivalent to a homeless inmate. Got nothing but dust bunnies in your locker. Lint. Some pubes that done fell off the top bunk. Toenail clippings. There is no food in your locker. You are indigent. Indigent means you get no help from the outside world. I have seen guys who just come from a poor background. I get it. I'm not knocking that. You know, you don't get to choose who your family is. You don't get to choose whether you're rich or poor when you're growing up. But I've seen guys come in that had no help from the streets. And then I've seen guys that their family despised them, either because of their crime, and a lot of times just because of who they were as a person. We've been cut you off. Now you're locked up and you want some money. You want who's my money? The money I worked for? I don't even like you. Why would I send you some money? So you got a lot of indigent guys, chow hall babies. The only thing they eat is what they push in that chow hall. These guys will get a little prison job, 27 cents, 35 cents, 45 cents being top pay, special assignment they call it. And that's how they live. When it's all said and done, a check's gonna add up to somewhere between $30 to $40 a month. Bag of coffee, some toothpaste, some deodorant, couple of soups, your whole entire month's pay is gone. You join a gang, oh man, oh man, oh man. You're eating now. These are your brothers. Gang members like to call each other brother. You know what I mean? We're brothers, that's my brother. So now when your brother eats, you eat. Your brother got a soup, you got a soup. Your brother is eating a honey bun, he is pretty much obligated to break you off a piece, crack that money in half and give you some. So I have seen dudes that joined gangs that had nothing. No food, nada. Box was on zero. They had nothing. They joined that gang and now they get to eat off the gang. The gang's gonna extort people, rob people, mob down on people, take things from people, borrow things and buck on people. And you're going to be used to do that. Might mess around and catch yourself a case, a robbery case, an extortion, a RICO case, something. All types of cases go down in prison from the things guys do when they flock together. But what y'all gonna do when y'all rob people and y'all take that food off of them? Because that's one of the most common things people get robbed for, which is commissary. Commissary being currency in prison. Y'all gonna gap that up. Now you can be the most broke dude in the prison. Once they jump you in, once they bring you home, once it's gang gang, oh, you're now in the inner circle. You don't have to worry about going hungry no more. I am my brother. Tell me that's not crazy. Think about it now. You joined to be safe, only to be hurt by them. You joined because you seen what you stood to gain. You see the respect they get, and they do get a lot of respect. And a lot of times, let me rephrase that. A lot of times, it's not even respect, it's fear. Fear and respect are not the same thing. You can respect a man for what he's done, but fear will make you appear to respect him, when in reality, you just stay in your lane because of what the guys around him, or even maybe what he's capable of doing. But that was my next on the list for something to gain. Now this is prison we're talking about. Streets dudes really ain't trying to flock to no gang or join no gang. Not most times to get something to eat. Most people out here can come up with a sandwich. But in prison, it's not that simple. In prison, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. And unless you can go take it from somebody, you're going to do something illegal to get it. You're going to rob, you're going to steal. Well, once your people on the outside world have cut you off, and you're pretty much to the world, you're deemed no good, nobody's going to help you, you're going to starve. At no given point in time ever are you going to walk out of the chow hall off of that one tray they gave you and go, man, I am just so full. That had to be the best meal I've... No. You're going to eat and you're going to be like, more, sir. Please, more. Because you're going to walk out of there hungry. Them gang members, they break bread with each other. They rob somebody for a bag. They'll sit there and split it all up. Now, the guys that did it are going to get a bigger portion. But even if you weren't involved, somewhere or another, you're going to get something. Your brothers, the other gang members, they're going to meal up. They usually always meal up, make big meals, right? And even if you don't bring anything to the table, just due to the fact that your loyalty lies with them, because that's essentially what it's based around, your loyalty lies with them, you're going to eat. Go from ashy to classy real quick. Go from stomach on E to please feed me real quick. Next, ego trip and confidence. Becoming somebody you're not. Seen the same dudes that were scary, like a little baby lamb, shook. Wouldn't look half these dudes in this room in the eyes if you paid them. Play that cell real tough. Stay to themselves. They talk to the lames. Kick it with the lames. Kick it with the other dudes that are just like them. Ain't making no noise. Ain't bothering nobody. Now they're gang. Now they got all these dudes surrounding them. All these different caliber of guys that really get down. Oh, they'll turn up now. Now they'll make all types of noise. Run up, steal off on you. Put a blade at you. They'll hurt you. And usually it's not on no one-on-one. Usually it's several against one. But now they've got that confidence to just run up and hook off on somebody that they know on any given Sunday would mop the floor with them. But they know the gang is not going to let that happen. No, sir. So they'll run up, fully confident. Boom! Punch you all up in this. Because they know them dudes standing right over there are going to come to their aid. So there's another pro and con. You get away with whatever you want once you join a gang. Next on my list is status. Like I told you in the beginning, guys don't mess with them MS-13 dudes because of the reputation, because of the name that succeeds them. Everybody knows the consequences of messing with one of them. So now you get to walk around as one of the chosen ones, as the few, the proud, gang gang. With that, you're going to be limited. Other guys are going to think twice before messing with you. They're going to think twice before they disrespect you. They're going to think twice before they rip you off. They're going to think twice before they walk all over you. They're going to think twice before they do anything that involves you. I've seen guys go plaster their set. Kind of like C-Max got that stuff all over his face. Plaster their set right across their face. Across their foreheads, under their eyes, down the sides, back of the head, for it all to be seen. Very common for gang members to put their set out in the open. They want everybody to know what it is they're claiming. That's going to keep them wolves up off of them. That's going to keep just a regular guy from going upside his head. You look over there, man, they're deep. I really ain't trying to get stomped out by 30 people today. So I got to let this clown get his little thing off. I got to let this clown run his mouth. Not because I'm scared of him, but I'm not trying to fight all of them. But with that status and being known, also means you're now known to the prison. You are now in the gang file. You're now labeled STG, Security Threat Group. The prison now puts you into a folder of its own. You are separated from the rest of the inmate population according to your set. You are put in a gang file, which subjects you to a whole lot of nonsense. Constant shakedowns, constantly getting patted down. It will constantly be in your cell, flipping your cell upside down, looking for anything gang related, anything illegal, because they know the gangs pretty much have their hands in everything that's illegal. And it doesn't just end when you leave prison. Oh, no, no, no. When you leave prison, you are now going to be on gang probation. Here in the state of Virginia, if you are a known gang member and you're on probation and you're riding in the car with me and we get pulled, I don't have to be a convicted felon. I don't have to have no gang ties. No, none of that. As soon as they run your name, they can now pull you out the car against your will, search you, and search my vehicle. So there goes your fame. That everybody knows who you are. Yes, everybody knows who you are. And it's going to follow you. As far as the administration goes, they're going to keep an eye on you. If something happens and your set happens to get mentioned, guess what? You're going to the hole. If you are a gang member, you will spend a substantial amount of time in the hole, under investigation, behind things that you have done, behind things that your brothers have done. If one falls, it's like a domino effect. They're coming for all of you. Each and every one of you will get locked up until they've eliminated you and your gang. Now all of you are going to do time in the hole because of the choice of one man. So please keep that in mind. Yes, all the other inmates are going to know what you are. Yes, we're all going to know that you're now a blood. You're now a Crip. You're now this. You're now that. But we ain't the only ones that know. Them boys know. The ones with the keys. The ones with the dogs. The ones that really got power. Them real gangsters. They know who you are too. Some of them despise gang members. They have a whole entire gang task force. You know that? They have a whole entire gang task force inside the prison. They will come through at times and make every single one of us, all of us at once, step out of our cell in nothing but our boxers. Put your arms out and spin. And they will come through and look you up and down. And that's usually how they classify you. When you come in prison, they take a picture of all of your tattoos. And then periodically, they'll check tattoos. Last time they checked, you ain't have nothing but a mushroom on your arm with a Grateful Dead bear. Last time they checked, you had a money sign. Last time they checked, you had a tombstone. Now they come and check and you got gang tattoos all over you. Gang investigators going to pull you to the side. What you claiming? I ain't claiming nothing. You want to start over? Because you got plastered all over your skin, permanently inked on you. You want to start over? But I don't bang no more. Oh, so you want to PC up? Because if you don't bang no more, these dudes are, we'll get to that next. You don't bang no more, then, nah, but, man, a lot of times they'll throw you straight in the hole underneath investigation. But you're going in that file. You just went from everyday average inmate to open a gang file, put him in there. You just made your time hard. Next, friendship, brotherhood. You're going to get all of that. You're in a place where it's not real easy to make friends. And let's be honest, not a whole lot of guys in here you want to be friends with. But now that you're here, now that you joined this organization, you are now accepted. These are all your brothers. These are all your friends. Here's the kicker. Yes, you consider brothers. Yes, you are friends. It's forever. A lot of people didn't take that into consideration when they joined. It is forever. You don't get to turn it off. Just like they jumped you in. You don't get to wake up tomorrow and go, oh, I'm really tired of being gang. I don't think I want to play no more. Yeah, I'm not going to do this no more. Y'all, I'm out. No, it don't work that way. The act of getting out, unless you have some type of high rank, is not going to be easy. It's going to be a very painful process. It's going to be an experience that is life-changing. At the moment that you do what we call folding your flag, once you fold your flag and you have denounced that gang, they're going to put a hurting on you like you've not felt before. Now, when they jump you in, it's going to be a set amount of guys that are going to run up, and for a certain amount of time, you got to fade with these guys. You got to run with these guys. But they're not really trying to do you dirty. At the moment that you turn your back on them and you say you no longer want to be part of them, or you do something that gets you kicked out the whip, gets you put off, they're going to do you real dirty. They're going to do it in front of everybody. They're going to make an example out of you. And then those tattoos we were talking about that you showed off so proudly, you're going to cover that. I've seen those tattoos literally scraped off, burned, cut. So once you get put out the car, let's recap what's going to happen. You could take a beat down like you ain't never taken before. You're going to get embarrassed in front of everybody. Them same guys that was lugging you, hugging you, that would come over there and attack me if me and you got into it, are now putting boots to you. And then they want that tattoo gone. And depending on why you got put out the whip, why you got put off, why you got put out the gang, they may want it gone immediately. In a amount of time that's just unrealistic. We want it gone by the next rec period. Man, there ain't no way I can get it gone. I've told y'all some of the horror stories that I've seen that I actually took play in. I've put some of the biggest, dumbest tattoos that can come to mind to cover up gang tattoos. The old famous 8-ball. Got a bunch of 8-balls, just a big black circle with a white section and an 8 on the inside to cover up a whole entire set. A bunch of skulls, caves, tribal work. You got a tattoo on you now you don't even want. And the 99% of the time, cover-ups suck. You eventually can see what's right underneath the tattoo. So there you go. Hope you got everything you signed up for. Stomped out, tattoo removed. I've seen the gangs remove tattoos off of guys' bodies. It's not something you wanna live through. It's not something that's pleasant to experience. The screams that are associated with that tattoo being removed will haunt you. They echo throughout time. They echo in your mind when you're not thinking about them. Now, you remember how I said once you join a gang, that's it. You're in. You don't just get to wake up tomorrow and say you don't want to be a part of it no more. That also means that when you come home, you're still a part of that gang. I've seen guys return to prison because of gang activity in the streets. They get out and go tap in with their set. A lot of times, they've beat their gang home. They don't know any of the guys they're going to link up with. They haven't done no time with none of these dudes. A lot of these dudes ain't never even done time. And now they go link up with them. And they get wrapped up in whatever the gangs got going on out in the streets. And before you know it, it's turn around, put your hands behind your back, whoop, whoop. And they're being cuffed. And they're being sent back off to prison because of something gang related. Because of a gang you joined in prison that you went home with and linked up. You indulged in illegal activity with them. And this can range from everything from stealing to robbing to a body. And now you're locked back up. Now you're going back to jail. Now you're going back to prison. And it's come full circle. Everything is right back where it started at. Why? Because you wanted to be what? What'd you want to be? Gang, gang. This video is pretty cut and dry. Pretty much self-explanatory. Every single thing that I mentioned in this video, I've done a story on at some point. So it's all factual. Guys sign up for this stuff forgetting that they have to come home. Forgetting that they have kids at home. A normal life out in the real world. A lot of guys join these prison gangs for a lot of the reasons I just mentioned. And then they come home and they don't want no parts of it anymore. It don't work that way. Don't work that way. You was in it in there. When you come out, they're going to expect you to continue doing that out here. So you don't get to just go work your 9 to 5 and be left alone. You don't. You got to continue to bang. Now, we could do this video. I could do hours on this. For every good reason, you could take that same reason and find a bad part of it. This is my advice to you. Unless you're in a state, a city, a county where it's mandatory, if you're locked up in LA, then I get it. But if you're in one of these states where it's not mandatory to go be part of an organization, don't. At what point do we decide to just be men and deal with whatever comes your way? Like I said, if 99.9% of the population where you're locked up, that's what they're doing, then I get it. If you grew up in a neighborhood where that's all it is, I get it. If you grew up in one of those neighborhoods where it's like you pick a color, you pick a side, I get it. But if you're going into an institute or facility where this is a choice, make the right choice. You stand up for yourself and let it be known you'll stand up for yourself. That's going to eliminate a lot of the problems in itself. Don't be no flunky. Don't put yourself in stupid situations. Don't be taking things, borrowing things, stealing, gossiping, messing with boys, gambling. Don't be messing with the gangs. A lot of times you ain't going to have no problems. If you live in one of those states where what I just said applies, then stay away from it. But do remember this. If you get down, it doesn't end when you leave prison. The boys ain't playing about theirs. It's for life. To you youngins watching, you teenagers, young adults, a lot of y'all got a rough life ahead of you and you don't even know it yet. A lot of y'all are headed to jail and prison and you don't know it yet. When you get in there, it might look enticing. But remember, everything that glitters ain't gold. Just because it looks like one thing don't mean that is what it is. I told you, and I think I said it in this video, it's disturbing to watch somebody that loves, trusts, believes, and those guys right there, it's disturbing to watch them hurt him. And to see the look in his eyes, the look on his face of, why are y'all doing this to me? I love you guys. I think we about wrap this topic up. Did today's video resonate in your head? Even to guys that are active gang members. You can't take anything I said in today's video and go, that ain't true. Because it's all true. It's all facts. Same thing to make you laugh is the same thing that'll make you cry. Anyways, these jails, these institutions, these penitentiaries, these gangs, are just crazier worlds inside of a already crazy world we live in. And as always, y'all know what I'm doing. Just trying to keep y'all entertained. Are you not entertained? And like always, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. And to all my real ones, and there are some real ones watching, because y'all still watching me. Man, y'all know how we doing. Salute. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. No. I'll pass.